Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Cronkite News. I'm Alexis Solari. Thanks for joining us. As part of our Cronkite News mission, we focus on specific content areas important to our Arizona viewers. Tonight, we highlight reports from our consumer beat, stories on protecting your finances, your health, and your way of life.
As of today, Arizona's average price per gallon is at $1.71, which is the third lowest in the country behind New Jersey and South Carolina. For several weeks now, Arizona drivers may have noticed the decrease in gas prices across the state. Cronkite News reporter Johnny Soto explains if this recent trend will continue to help consumers save some extra cash.
Experts believe pump prices will go as the temperature does. With summer around the corner and the demand for crude oil slowly rising, drivers will start spending more at the pump.
You save a lot more money, especially since I'm from Chicago. It's more expensive. I'm also, as a Lyft driver, and getting gas about 2 or 3 times a week, it's very convenient as well.
Eladio Castellanos, like many Arizonans, has taken advantage of the low fuel prices. At the start of the new year, gas prices in Arizona were dropped so much, our state held the lowest price per gallon in the nation for some time.
That correlated with dropping prices of crude oil, and also news that we were sitting on record levels of both crude and fuel.
Which has led to more business for local gas stations and consumers saving more money.
Business has been going pretty steadily. I have noticed a good increase, especially during rush times. A lot more people are coming in, stuff's getting a lot busier.
Probably gas back home is probably around, for the full tank, about $30 or so, and then here in Arizona it's probably about $20, $21, so it's about a $10 difference.
However, drivers may start to see a spike in prices in the next few months.
During the summer, you have that demand. You have people out of school, you have people taking road trips and vacations, so that's when that added demand is going to drive prices up.
AAA says normally we see a price increase in mid-February, but this year, Arizona didn't see a change till mid-March, which could mean good news.
Since we're starting this ascent at a much lower price point, the hope is that we'll continue to experience these multi-year low gas prices throughout the remainder of 2016.
If you're going to California, if you're making a pit stop here in Arizona, I definitely recommend it because it's way cheaper.
In terms of metro regions, Tucson tends to have the lowest prices in the state, while Flagstaff usually holds the highest throughout the year. In Phoenix, Johnny Soto, Cronkite News.
Arizona is trying to get involved in a fast-growing industry, mushrooms. Cronkite News reporter Kendall Bartley explains how the State Department of Agriculture is helping grow small businesses with a $37,000 grant.
We were looking for locally sourced mushrooms, my husband and I. We went to a variety of stores and we couldn't find any mushrooms that were grown here in Arizona, and that was important to us.
As Francine Rocky found, there are only a handful of mushroom farms in Arizona, and most local grocery stores rely on mushrooms from out of state. But thanks to a grant from the Arizona Department of Agriculture, you can learn how to grow edible fungi.
Mushroom production in Arizona is almost non-existent. There are a few small growers, producers scattered around the state, and they produce mushrooms and they market their mushrooms at small scale to restaurants, farmers markets.
Barry Pryor, a professor at the University of Arizona, along with instructional specialist Tom Place, are traveling throughout Arizona, teaching workshops to locals, showing them how to grow mushrooms and why it could be a good investment.
The Arizona market, we've estimated, is $10 million a year market just in the Phoenix area alone. Most of these mushrooms are brought in from out of state. Most of them are not produced here in Arizona, and we think this is an opportunity for Arizona small business development as well.
Small business owner Francine Rocky and her husband attended a class and decided to incorporate mushrooms into a different passion.
We're in the beginning stages of starting a flower farm, which is really exciting for our family. And we thought, mushrooms might be a really good addition for our farm.
The class had a big takeaway for her.
It's doable, that it's feasible, that it's manageable, and that it could be something that would be a good boost and a good addition for us.
Professor Pryor and Tom Place will be teaching 10 classes this year throughout Arizona. So if you're interested in mushroom farming, visit the University of Arizona website to see when they'll be near you.
More than 37,000 cats and dogs in Maricopa County were euthanized in 2012, but thanks to an Animal Alliance group, this number has plummeted. Cronkite News reporter Elena Mendoza tells us more about their efforts.
Pit bull mixed dogs, which make tremendous pets, but we do have an overpopulation of these types of dogs.
And there are too many Chihuahuas and cats in shelters as well.
People tend to kind of, I wouldn't say neglect their cats, but they kind of don't necessarily take as active a role in their veterinary care as they do with dogs most of the time.
But there has been a drop in the euthanasia rates. This week, Mayor Greg Stanton and members of the Animal Alliance group gathered to announce the results of the initiative that was launched in 2013.
A 71% drop in euthanasia, that is staggering.
Fix, Adopt, Save is comprised of 7 animal welfare organizations that work together to lower animal euthanasia. They promote adoption and try to reduce the shelter population by offering free and low-cost spay and neuter services.
Since the start of the initiative, the intake at Alliance member shelters has decreased by 38%. Dr. Hansen says this is a result of more spay and neuter surgeries, which has increased by 15%.
Valley veterinarians encourage owners to get their pets fixed while they're young, as early as 3 months.
They bounce back so much quicker. It is like they never even had surgery.
Wright adds it helps prevent annoying behaviors before they even start, which could also keep owners from surrendering their pets to shelters.
We've been highly successful, but we're not done yet.
According to the campaign website, almost 11,000 dogs and cats were euthanized last year, and the group say they will continue to work to reduce that number. In Phoenix, Elena Mendoza, Cronkite News.
Thousands of Phoenix's homeless may soon be without a safe place to sleep at night. As a grant to help shelter services at St. Vincent de Paul and Lodestar Day Resource Center is due to run out at the end of June. Reporter Amber Kawaji has more on the possible solutions being discussed to help the growing homeless population.
If I didn't have this place to think, I would still be wandering the streets of Arizona and basically still having no place to go. I would probably be not in the right state of mind right now.
Maricopa County, the City of Phoenix, and other organizations are looking at solutions to help the homeless after the overflow shelter was closed down last April. The building was found to be unsafe. Now, St. Vincent de Paul and the Lodestar Day Resource Center are serving as a temporary shelter, funded by a $170,000 grant from the Maricopa County Industrial Development Authority, or IDA. The grant will last until June 30th, but what happens after the grant runs out and temperatures are more than 100 degrees during the day?
We're currently looking at models in different municipalities, how do other regions take care of their homeless problems.
Numbers from the Lodestar Day Resource Center and St. Vincent de Paul show hundreds of individuals checking into both centers' shelters. And the spike in people using the centers hits in July when temperatures average 106 degrees.
We all recognize that $170,000 that the county IDA and the Phoenix IDA and the state has put up. That's not going to be a permanent solution.
For the people who depend on the nightly services, having a permanent solution is imperative.
It's not just a Maricopa County issue. It's not just a Phoenix issue. It's a whole regional issue, if not a state.
One of the state's main goals is to implement strategies to help homeless men and women find and sustain permanent housing. But until that happens, these shelters are needed. In Phoenix, Amber Kawaji, Cronkite News.
For the first time, the state is assessing individuals who use shelter services to better understand the specific needs of each individual and how the state can start to address those needs.
A Valley startup company is changing the lives of people with disabilities.
As Cronkite News reporter Kendall Bartley found out, they're not a charity, they're providing jobs.
Aquasac currently employs 6 people with disabilities, and the founder hopes to hire even more. I was able to speak with one employee to see how his experience has changed his life.
We're all the same. No one should make fun of us or just put us aside.
Andrew Lascarine is a production associate at Aquasac, but his boss has another title for him.
Andrew's our rock star.
Misunderstood and underutilized is how founder of Aquasac, Liesl Harderkelp, describes the workforce for people with disabilities.
There are challenges, but they're not insurmountable. It's just we want to be the beacon the pilot program that shows other companies how to do it.
Lascarine is proof that these challenges aren't holding back businesses. Nationwide, only about 17% of people with disabilities have jobs, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
It makes me feel like no one cares when they should.
Each person with disabilities works alongside a buddy without disabilities to assist them throughout production. Jobs include filling the aqua sacks, capping, labeling, and boxing.
Really, once we realized it was a one-to-one, there weren't challenges. It was just a matter of the repetition of doing the work and just keeping with them.
Because of Aquasac, Lascarine has changed the way he sees his future.
I write stories and I hope to be a cartoonist.
Harder-Kelp hopes to influence other businesses with her motto.
We call it inclusion, awareness, and education. It's an awareness that these people exist and that they have value, and then educating on how to work with them so that everybody is in a win-win situation.
Currently, the only store selling Aquasac is local Sprouts stores, but founder Liesl Harder-Kelp has reached out to other businesses like Walmart and is hoping to expand her business nationwide. I'm Kendall Bartley, Cronkite News.
More than 60% of the fruit and vegetables we eat in the U.S. each winter comes through Nogales, but millions of pounds of the produce never makes it out of the border town. Reporter Yahaira Jaquez tells us where it goes and how it gets a second chance.
Once each month, Lourdes Nunez makes her way across the border from her home in Nogales, Mexico, to the Borderlands Food Bank in Nogales, Arizona.
It's $3 for a kilo of tomatoes in Mexico. Here I pay $3 for an entire cart.
The produce deal, as she calls it, doesn't come easy, nor without risk.
Today it took about an hour to get here. Then going back customs could take it all away.
What we do is we rescue fresh produce.
Each season, Borderlands saves up to 40 million pounds of fruits and vegetables from going to waste.
It could be that it has some scarring or the stem is off the tomato. So what we've been doing for 21 years is educating the produce industry not to dump it, but to call us first.
It's able to save the produce because of its proximity to the produce industry and a port of entry where billions of pounds of produce come to the United States. About 1,400 trucks carrying mostly produce go through the Nogales Mariposa port of entry behind me on a given day. But millions of pounds of that produce won't make it to our dinner tables. In fact, it stops right here. Even before it arrives at a produce distributor warehouse, produce shipments are subject to search by Customs and Border Protection at the U.S. border.
Now she's looking for any insects that may have fallen from the boxes.
But perfectly good produce that comes across can still end up here because of its appearance or because there is no market for it. For the county solid waste manager Carl Moyers, the sight in front of him is not uncommon.
But it's a produce company. For some reason they have to dispose of that produce, so it comes out here and is buried into the landfill.
That produce could be perfectly edible, but even food banks can reject it if they're at capacity.
Last year I think I took 30 million pounds. So you still have quite a bit left over that was dumped.
Tomatoes can still be seen scattered in the landfill, but there is progress. Moyer says produce accounts for just 3% of landfill disposals this season, down from 13% just 1 year ago.
Maybe we can divert this material to a more beneficial, sustainable use than putting it into a landfill like we've historically done.
Sustainable practices that translate into daily survival for people like Lourdes. In Nogales, Mexico, Yahaira Jaquez, Cronkite News.
If you've paid your water bills recently, you might have noticed a slight change in the prices. Our reporter Zi Zhang went in to find out how the city of Phoenix is spending your money.
Phoenix raised its water rates by 2.6% in the beginning of March. For the average residential customer, that translates to $1.59 more per month. The city says the increase is all an effort to maintain reliable water delivery to its residents.
We have 7,000 miles of water line and 5,000 miles of sewer line, which is about the same length of water line that LA has.
Some of the water pipes that run through the city today date as far back as the 1930s, when Phoenix was still a desert.
So what we're looking at is replacing old pipes, but we also have increasing costs of electricity and chemicals, and the raw water costs have gone up too. So we have this pressure of our raw commodity costs going up, as well as the needs of the infrastructure rising as well.
Now this new pipe being built right here will bring newly treated drinking water to the distribution system.
which then goes into Phoenix households. Now, all of this will be funded by the new water rates.
Did anybody at the EPA do anything wrong?
The water crisis in Flint, Michigan brought a spotlight on water safety issues. The New York Times recently reported many communities nationwide are vulnerable. However, Professor Morteza Abazadegan at Arizona State University says what happened in Flint shouldn't cause concern among Arizona residents.
Should we stop drinking the water? The answer is no. I think the water is relatively safe.
The professor also says that although many Arizonans may complain about odd-tasting tap water, it doesn't necessarily reflect water quality. In Phoenix, Zizeng, Cronkite News.
Despite the rise in cost, Phoenix water rates remain the lowest in the nation.
The Arizona Attorney General's office is taking action against a father and son duo they say has been scamming thousands of dollars from undocumented immigrants who are trying to buy a home. Cronkite News reporter Alexis Dominguez tells us about how they allegedly took Valley residents' hard-earned money.
The company is called Pro Solutions and is owned by Ruben Diaz and his son Rodrigo. According to the Attorney General Mark Brnovich, his office has filed an Arizona consumer fraud and civil racketeering lawsuit against Pro Solutions, alleging Ruben and his son acted as loan officers to reel-in families trying to refinance or buy homes. Personal recommendations are the ones we usually trust most, but that wasn't the case for Luz Cortez, whose neighbor recommended Pro Solutions and Ruben Diaz when she was trying to purchase a home.
Ruben wanted an initial payment of $12,000 and an additional $3,000 for costs, and that's what we gave him so he could help us buy a house.
And the costs continue to grow. When Luz realized she was in trouble, she found her way to Pedro Morales, a loan officer who was familiar with the company and had already been trying to get similar cases in front of the Attorney General.
Someone contacted me asking me for help in regards of that somebody had been taken advantage of with $34,000.
Pedro says most of the victims don't care about the money.
We care about putting a stop to this guy because he's actually destroying families.
Sandra Hurtado says she too was a victim of Pro Solutions.
He started by speaking positively about possibly purchasing a home, and besides that, he told us the interest rates would be at 9% rather than the regular rate of 12 or 15%.
Sandra says that all the documents Ruben gave her to sign were written in English.
He explained everything in Spanish, but he left us with some doubts, so I asked my daughter to translate, and then she began explaining things differently than Ruben had previously.
After asking for a $3,000 refund, Sandra says all she got were excuses. Now more than 6 months later, she still lives in an apartment with her family, waiting for a home and hoping for justice.
I want him to pay for what he's doing to a lot of people because it's not just us who this has happened to.
We tried repeatedly to interview Ruben Diaz of Pro Solutions. Unfortunately, he never returned our calls. Meanwhile, the Attorney General's office declined to speak because this is an ongoing case. If you believe you have been victim of consumer fraud, please contact the Attorney General's office in Phoenix. Bilingual consumer protection staff members are also available to assist. Alexis Dominguez, Cronkite News.
Looking for parking in a busy city can be a hassle, especially if you have to pay.
That's right. Cronkite News reporter Johnny Soto explains why finding free parking in downtown Phoenix is a rarity nowadays.
If you're parking in the streets of downtown Phoenix, there's a good chance that there will be a meter next to your car. That's because the city has installed 180 new meters just north of downtown. They were installed at the request of the Roosevelt Row Merchants Association and the Evans Churchill Neighborhood Association. With so many new businesses opening up in the area, city officials knew something had to be done.
This was an opportunity to create turnover. Turnover allows for different people to park out of space. Otherwise, you have a car that sits there all day.
However, consumers who work or shop in the downtown area believe it causes more problems than solutions.
If you're going to go and shop and have an easy day, you don't want to be thinking about, oh man, is there money in my meter?
I work downtown, so it's kind of annoying when you have to park all day and you get charged with the big bill. I mean, personally, I don't think it's fair.
The street department says it knows people want free parking, but in order for the city to keep on booming, they need to allow as many cars as possible.
We're really trying to strike a balance. We're trying to meet the different needs of the public. There are so many people that are coming into the downtown area. Our downtown is growing, and by having a meter, we're now able to pretty much create a turnover so that cars can move and other cars can have an opportunity to park there.
Songbird Coffee and Tea House, which is located on the corner of 3rd Street and Garfield, has been affected by the new meters.
We get a lot more complaints, not like angry complaints, but just very bewildered, kind of, you know, why are these here? Apparently they're kind of pricey as well, which is, you know, it's not helpful for the businesses in the area.
Free parking makes all the difference because basically you're giving people a reason not to come here.
Now, despite the new changes, there are still approximately 500 free and unrestricted parking spots just north of the downtown region. Live in Phoenix, Johnny Soto, Cronkite News.
And with more meters going up, more people are taking to a different public transit trend that started in Phoenix almost a year and a half ago.
Cronkite News reporter Elena Mendoza tells us more how the city's bike share program is on the move.
Commuting or cruising, your trip has just been made easier with the help of the bike share program Grid.
It was a breeze. There's a little bell on one of the sides so people can hear you come in, and it was really easy.
Mesa is now the Valley's second city, along with Phoenix, to offer the public use bike system. To celebrate the expansion, City of Mesa employees and others gathered for a ride.
It was fun to see the local area because normally you don't drive down some of those streets.
It seemed like a very attractive bike ride. So I think this particular system is of course, it's a great match for the geography of downtown Mesa.
The program provides 100 bikes conveniently located at 12 different hubs close to or along the Mesa Light Rail.
The bike share system is designed as an extension of public transportation, an amenity to the community, a last mile option.
It also provides riders with an environmentally friendly option.
One of the things that we want to do is encourage our residents to live sustainable lives.
Each bike is equipped with responsive solar lighting and an interactive GPS solar-powered panel. They can be unlocked with the 4-digit PIN through the Social Bicycles app or online at gridbikes.com.
You just need a credit card, you punch in the code, and you get off on the bike and take off.
Riders can choose a pay-as-you-go option for $7 an hour or purchase monthly or annual memberships. In Mesa, Elena Mendoza, Cronkite News.
Did you get away for lunch today? According to a survey done by a talent and career management firm called Right Management, only 1 in 5 employees actually take a lunch break. Cronkite News reporter Amber Kawaji tells us how the Maricopa County Department of Public Health is hoping a new app they developed will encourage people to get up and get moving.
Way too often I eat at my desk rather than going out for lunch.
But one Maricopa County department is serving up an app to help satisfy your craving for healthier choices.
For those who are interested in the Maricopa Healthy app, it's easily downloadable for iPhone and for the Android. All you have to do is download, open, and start clicking for markets, parks, and hikes.
We really enjoyed going to, the mountain and hiking, and we use the app for that.
Users will find maps showing where the closest farmers market is, even noting which ones accept food assistance benefits. Other features include ideas for family activities, park information like which offer archery or dino digs, even recipes to try with the fresh produce purchased at a farmer's market.
It's got information tailored to what's healthy and what's convenient and affordable.
Despite all the fun in the sun, Maricopa County's main goal is to combat obesity, diabetes, and heart disease.
We know that all 3 of those chronic health diseases can be positively impacted by increased fruit and vegetables and with increased activity.
I have a Paso full of grandchildren, and I want to be around for a long time to spend time with them.
Perhaps we all can take a few steps toward a healthier lifestyle and enjoy our lunch in the sun. In Phoenix, Amber Kawaji, Cronkite News.
A little bit more travel for your money. Valley residents can now take the light rail to Dunlap and 19th Avenues. Cronkite News reporter Elena Mendoza takes us for a ride to the Northwest Extension.
More than 3 miles, 3 stops, and 3 years later, Valley Metro has opened service to the Northwest Extension of the light rail.
I think it'd be really good for business.
The line that once ended at 19th Avenue in Montebello now stretches up 19th all the way to Dunlap Avenue.
Where I live at is not too far from where the new station is.
So it really helps a lot.
For local residents like Daniel Hardiman, the extension means a quicker trip when it's time to shop.
It's really a fast trip rather than waiting for the city bus. I'll tell you that.
Kalea Bennett lives all the way in the East Valley. Now she can ride the light rail to visit her Uncle Ricky in North Phoenix, peering out the window along the way.
I can come to my house up to here now.
We don't need a car. We just go pick them up and bring them back.
Many frequent commuters in the area expressed to me that it was very hard to get around in the area during the years of construction. However, now it is worth it.
It has making things a lot easier, honestly, for everybody, and especially businesses, even if they did complain about the ruckus it caused.
Valley Metro handed out free day passes the morning of the opening to show appreciation for the local neighborhood's patients.
This is an opportunity to thank the 19th Avenue community for all of their support.
Despite delays, people are looking forward to more progress.
We need this, we need more of it.
In Phoenix, Elena Mendoza, Cronkite News.
Valley Metro officials say they have plans to extend the light rail 40 more miles over the next 18 years.
Heaven knows you're a dreamer.